So for EMDR, when you're doing, so when we go through any form of trauma, initially it's on, some form of a conscious level. Sometimes if you're too young, it's still like subconscious. Yeah. But after the trauma, those emotions get stored in our emotional center, which is called the amygdala. Mm-hmm. Well, the amygdala has no ability to have conscious thought, which means awareness. Stuff that's functioning in my emotional center is not conscious, and it's very reflexive, meaning we don't have much control over it. What you see in all individuals is that these suppressed, it's much easier to suppress things than to address it because you're hurting so bad in the moments of these traumas. So once they're suppressed, they can come up at any moment of time, and random things, smells, words, people, scenario that are similar to the template we have of this trauma will trigger it, and all of a sudden we don't know why, right? But we're feeling this rush of crazy emotions. So when it comes to resolving these things without having to relive them, right? Because the reliving is traumatic in itself. What they do with EMDR, so it's that eye movement desensitization, right? So what eye movements do is they're initiated by our cortical levels, mostly our frontal lobe, and then our parietal lobe is involved in smooth pursuits and things like that. So our cortex is what makes us human. It makes us able to understand and to make sense out of things and to have these really powerful thoughts. And it also is volitional. It's conscious. We're aware of it. So what they do is they'll walk you through, and you've experienced certain emotions that fire into your amygdala, and at the same time that you're feeling those emotions, then all of a sudden you start doing things that are going to activate that frontal cortex, because the second you do that, you wire those two things together, you now have the ability to have a conscious understanding of the trauma without, reliving it. So if there was abuse at a child when they were 5, they might not even have a full memory of what happened, because our memory is very unreliable. A lot of times it lies to us. But the amygdala knows, and if you add that frontal lobe or cortical stimulation, whether it's tapping or eye movements, you're now bringing in that reasoning, that ability to reason and understand and make sense out of it, combined with the emotion, and it removes that emotion from being in the amygdala, and now it starts functioning more with the cortical aspect, so that you can say, oh, okay, I understand this, I'm not that 5-year-old girl, I'm an adult now, I'm safe, things like that, and this all just happens without you even understanding that what would have took 20 plus years to kind of work through just through talk therapy.